Good morning, students. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was the strength in the last class? Static blocks, very good. Main method, excellent. Main method, excellent. Static method, object.
Static blocks, sir.
Static block. Static blocks is given answer. First static variables, followed by static blocks. After that, main method. Inside this main method, if object is created, then what happens?
Instance block will be.
Instance block. Yeah, very good. Instance block. After that,
Constructor.
right. So Ranjit has given answer. Static main. What do you mean by static main? Again, instance variables, instance blocks. Next, someone said constructor, right? So the flow is very clear. Only 2, 3, 4 students has given answer. Okay, very good. 26, you are responded. What about 27, 28? What's the problem with you? 27, 28. Are you listening or not? 27, 28? Surya, I not received any response from you. Okay, 27, 28. Okay, fine. Inform to 28. Right. Now, actual thing that will start now. Try to focus over here. Exception means is an abnormal or unwanted. Unexpected is an abnormal, unexpected or unwanted event which occurs during execution of a program. That is at runtime, that disturbs the normal flow of the program. See, you are writing what a program. Normal flow of program disturbance ella anna cheptanu vinandi. First line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. Now there is a problem at third line. Okay, there is a problem at third line. Now what happens is, there is a problem at third line means what happens is, when the JVM is going to execute the first line, no problem. Second line, no problem. But coming to the third line, there is a problem. If problem has been occurred, means then the JVM is going to stop executing the program. It doesn't execute remaining 2 lines. Of code. It terminates the program. It terminates abnormally, unexpectedly, unwantedly. It is going to terminate the program, and it comes out of the program by giving a message. Have you understood what I said? So if your Java program contains 5 lines of logic, first line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, sixth line, if it contains like this, and your Java program execution starts from first line, no problem, second line, no problem, third line, there might be a problem. In order to rectify this problem, what happens is, this JVM, it doesn't execute the remaining 3 lines of code. It comes out of this Java program. So this type of termination can be called as abnormal, unexpected, unwanted termination or event that occurs during execution of a program. during execution of a program that disturbs the normal flow of execution because of one line, one instruction. Remaining 3 instructions were not executed by your JVM. Remaining 3 instructions were not executed by the JVM. Okay, so this is the thing is going to be happened. This is the thing which is going to be happened over there. Okay, clear with this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, 31 is there. 31, have you understood it? 31. 31. See what kind of things you are doing, students. 39.
Sir.
Have you understood, ma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Inform to 28, Surya, and 31. They are not responded. I will be noting down their numbers and I will put these numbers in the group. See, today onwards, I will be taking it as very serious one because ultimately what's going to be happening is I'm not interested to say that. (28) and then 31. Fine. So I hope everyone clear with this exception definition. What is going to be happened means, suppose meeku oka 6 lines of logic undi. Third line lo problem వచ్చింది అనుకోండి. Third line లో ప్రాబ్లం రాగానే JVM అనేది ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ఆపేస్తుంది. రిమైనింగ్ 3 లైన్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయకుండా. దట్ ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని అంటే థర్డ్ లైన్ లో వచ్చే ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని మనం అన్ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ అన్వాంటెడ్ ఈవెంట్ అక్కర్డ్ ఇన్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ at runtime. At a runtime that disturbs the normal flow of execution of the program can be considered as what? Exception. Can be considered as what? Exception. Is it clear? Everyone respond once again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, fine, good, good, good. I receiving message in the chat also. Very good, very good. Okay, fine, very good. Now, example, file not found exception. File not found exception. Other one is going to be an arithmetic exception. File not found exception. Other one is going to be an arithmetic exception. There might be many possible exceptions occurs in our Java program in some situations that the file you are trying to open, and that file may not exist. ఒక ఫైల్ మీరు ఓపెన్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారు రీడ్ మోడ్ లో కానీ there is some mode you would like to open by using random file access, but that file may not exist. That file may not exist. In that case, you'll be getting an exception. This doesn't generate any error at the time of compiling. It will generate an error at the time of running the program. Okay. Next, the class file you want to load may be missing or in the wrong format. Maybe missing or maybe in the wrong format. So that also gives you a compile time error. So runtime error. Right. The other end of the network connection may not exist. Suppose you want to establish a connection from your Java program to Excel. Okay. And your Excel software was not installed in your computer. And what you want to communicate it. So you will be taking the classes or the methods that we are using to establish a connection from your Java program to Excel, and you're trying to connect it. But from your Java program, you want to connect it to Excel in the computer, but Excel is not available in computer. If Excel is not available, then what happens is at the time of compilation, there won't be any error, students, because you are using appropriate methods, you're using appropriate classes and all. But at the time of running the program, the CPU is going to initiate the connection with Excel. It search whether Excel is there in your computer or not. If that Excel is not there, then there is a story. It's not able to establish a connection. Okay. Next, when you are going to perform division, dividing a number by 0, in that case also you will be getting an exception. Accessing the index of the array out of its range. This is the best example, students. See, you have what thing like this. You have a thing like this. So we have an element 1. We have an element called 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have an index 0, 1, 2, 3. And this was pointed by some array called A. Now I'm trying to access an element present at 4th index. Is there any element present at 4th index?
No, sir.
No. That means at the time of compiling the program, there won't be any error, students, because the Java compiler looks within the subscript, there must be positive integer, that's it. But at the time of running the program, you might be facing an issue over here. At the time of running the program, you might be facing an issue. That means the CPU is going to fetch whether it is going to take, if it wants to take a of 4 value, but in the memory there is no a of 4 value. Then what happens? The program is going to be terminated abnormally. The program is going to be terminated abnormally. As a good programmer, we are responsible for handling the exceptions for graceful termination of the program. For graceful termination of the program. Even though error occurs, a graceful termination need to be done. A graceful termination must be there in your Java program. In your Java program. So that if you are doing such type of graceful termination, then what your program is going to be strong. Your program is going to be strong, right? So again, I'm repeating, try to understand, because this is somewhat confusing, students. If you understood the main theme, then there is a story. Nothing will be there. The try, catch, throw, throws, finally, all these things are going to be very, very simple, students. Okay. So exception ante manaki oka 5 lines of code or 6 lines of code unnanukunta. Right? The JVM is going, we are compiling it. Compile time, no error, no problem. But while running the program, at third line, we got a problem. And that problem was not handled by CPU. So immediately what happens, the CPU informs to JVM that there is something going on wrong. Something going on wrong. Like the programmer wants to open a file which is not there. The programmer wants to connect to another software that is not there. And the programmer is going to divide a number by 0. It is not possible by me. And the programmer is going to access an element which is out of its range. And the programmer wants to load a class file which is not there in the current folder. Such type of problems we might be getting. So whenever such type of problems occur, immediately the program execution is going to be stopped, and it gives a message to the programmer. It gives a message to the programmer. Okay. The way of the getting a problem in the third line can be considered as exception, or can be considered as abnormal or unexpected or unwanted event okay, which occurs during execution of a program, and CPU is going to execute the third instruction. In third instruction, we got some problem. Because of that problem, program was terminated abnormally, and that can be called as what? Exception. Raising a problem or raising unwanted exception while running the program can be called as what? Exception. Can be called as what? Exception. And mainly we have two types. Mainly we have some problems where the exception is going to be occurred at runtime. The file that programmer wants to open may not exist. The class the programmer wants to load may not exist, or other end of the network may not be there. That means from Java program, you want to establish a connection to Excel, or you want to establish to connection to MySQL, and in the source or in the destination, there is no software available in that. Suppose from your laptop itself, you want to connect from Java program to Excel. If Excel is not installed, while writing the code, while compiling, you will not be getting any problem. But while running the program, there might be a problem. Okay. Now, accessing the index of the array out of its range. Accessing the index of the array out of its range. As a good programming practice, we are responsible. As a good programming practice, we are responsible to handle the exception for graceful termination of the program. Okay, for graceful termination of the program. Okay, clear with this slide, students? Any problem in this?
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
SAR G0. Make a note of this, students, all of you. Fast, make it fast. G0. Oh, something else. Okay, make a note of this. Later we'll see. Make it fast. Are you listening? 513. Unmute yourself. 513. 513. Maniteja. Sai Maniteja. Sai Maniteja.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening to the class?
Yes, sir.
Ask 513 to make a call to me. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Inform him personally.
Okay, sir.
Right. Five ten.
Yes, sir.
510. Yesterday you were
Yes, sir.
absent. You were absent yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Yes, sir. Fever in seven.
Okay, okay. Try to come regular.
Yes, sir.
514 today also absent. 515 today also absent. 516 today also absent. 518 today also absent. 21, unmute yourself. 21. 22. 22.
Yes,
Why you
sir.
were absent for yesterday's class?
Sir, went outside, sir.
Try to be regular, ma.
Yes, sir.
28 today also absent. 32 today also absent. 42 today also absent. 47 yesterday you were absent. Being a CR, you are absent continuously. Respond. 47. 47. '53.
Sir,
Why you were absent yesterday?
sir, I am attending training sessions. Sir.
Which training sessions?
See, technical training, sir.
Where?
ఫిబ్రవరిలో సిఆర్టీ వాళ్ళు కండక్ట్ చేశారు కదా సార్ ఫస్ట్ ఫేజ్ దాని
Ah.
సెకండ్ ఫేజ్ ఇప్పుడు అవుతుంది
ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు అలా?
ముగ్గురం సార్ మన క్లాస్ నుంచి
We didn't get any information about you people. Yesterday you got absent. Inform to your class coordinator, right?
ఓకే సార్
59. 59. Anvesh,
Yes, sir.
why you were absent yesterday?
Network issue, sir.
Okay. So someone is saying, sir, who is that?
47, sir. Currently లేకుండా సార్ నేను
Completed writing? Okay, Sai Manatej. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Let's go to the next slide. Fine. So this is an example. Sir, in place of println, we use print method. Why didn't get an error? Print method we are used. Who is this? 541. Danish, you can go with Java API. In Java API system class, java.lang, in that java.lang system class, in that system class, you will be having a method called print. Okay, so that's the reason it doesn't generate any error. Okay. So predefined method called print is there in Java system class. That's the reason it doesn't generate any error. Print method prints in same line. Println methods print in next line. Okay, clear, Danish?
Yes, sir.
Fine, good. Now you can see here we are taken a value as 10 and b value as what? 0. B value as what? 0. B value as what? 0. And we are taking C system.out.println of hello. System.out.println of hello. And then C is equal to A divided by B. We are going to print the C value. After that, hello world exclamatory mark, hello world exclamatory mark. like that we are taking over here, right? Now you can see what's going to be happened, just like previously I said that abnormal termination I said, right? So this is going to be happened. We are given it to compiler. We are given it to compiler, Java compiler, and this compiler doesn't generate any error. This compiler doesn't generate any error over here, and we are giving it to JVM. We compiled it, and this compiler doesn't generate any error, and we are given it to JVM, Java space demo. When we given it to JVM and it looks for static variables, static blocks, after that it goes to the main method, and inside this main method execute the first instruction because the variables declaration, second instruction printing some message, that is hello is printed over here, hello is printed over here. After printing this hello, in third line the JVM or the CPU facing an issue that we need to divide A divided by B, that means 10 divided by 0, they are facing an issue. So what happens is they're facing an issue so that it doesn't continues forward. It's facing an issue over there, it doesn't continues forward, and it raises what? An exception. It raises what? An exception. It raises what? An exception at runtime. It raises what? An exception at runtime. That means it gives information to CPU is giving information to JVM that I can't do this. I can't do this. Who is going to say this? CPU is giving information that I can't execute this instruction. To whom it is giving? It's giving information to JVM. Now what this JVM will do is, based on the information given by CPU, JVM looks for appropriate error, appropriate exception in Java library. Appropriate exception in Java library. There are many exceptions available in Java library, like this arithmetic exception, file not found exception, class for not found exception, main method, no such main method exception. Like many exceptions or many errors list was available in Java library. Now what happens? CPU is giving some information to JVM that it's not able to do that, execute that particular instruction. And based on the information given by CPU, JVM looks for an appropriate message, and it takes that appropriate message. Here the JVM feels that for this instruction, as per the information given by CPU, the JVM thinks that this is going to be an appropriate exception, that is arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception, because it purely related to what? Arithmetic operation. A divided by B means division comes under arithmetic operation. So there is an exception, or there is some error with a name called arithmetic exception, and JVM is giving such message, exception in thread main, in main method. In thread main, you can see exception in thread main. Why we are calling thread, that I will discuss. Exception in thread main, java.lang.arithmetic exception, and it's giving clearly message what kind of exception it is. Division by 0 exception. Division by 0 exception. This exception was given by what? JVM. Information was given by the JVM to us. Now, whenever this exception has been raised in third line, and we are thinking about, suppose third line, fourth line, there is some problem, because we are going to take A divided by 10 means some problem that we are going to store in C, and the C, we are not able to print the C value. But what is the problem with these two instructions? Why can't the JVM is not executing it? In order to make it execute, the programmer has to take the responsibility. In order to execute hello world, the programmer has to take the responsibility for graceful termination. To that extent, the JVM is giving means it is the greatness of JVM. Okay, అక్కడి వరకు JVM information ఇస్తుంది. అంటే CPU నా వల్ల కాదు అని చెప్పేసి ఒక ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసేప్పుడు ఇది నేను ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయలేను, ఇందులో ప్రాబ్లం ఉందని JVM కి చెప్పింది. అప్పుడు JVM ఏం చేసింది? జావా లైబ్రరీలో ఏది కరెక్ట్ గా అప్రోప్రియేట్ ఉందో చూసుకొని ఆ అప్రోప్రియేట్ క్లాస్ తీసుకొని ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అనేది ప్రోగ్రామర్ కి ఇచ్చేసింది. JVM is providing such information to the programmer. Now by seeing that instruction, what I need to understand is that there is some problem in the program. Division by 0 problem is there. So I'm directly going to this instruction. Division by 0 and only one instruction is there. I'm going with that instruction. I'm seeing the value of A, I'm seeing the value of B. Then I will be came to know that I'm not in a position to perform this instruction, because the value of B is what? 0. If I want to do it, I need to change the B value, or else I'm not in a position to perform this instruction. Two options are there for me. Okay, or else I would like to do as this means, then I need to go with exception handling mechanism. In order to handle that exception, we'll be going with what? Exception handling mechanism. Okay, clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Response,
Sir.
students.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
505 is there. Bharat, I've understood it.
Understood.
Okay, fine. So this is the what abnormal termination. The termination of this is what abnormal termination. Okay. So make a note of this, students, fast. Very good, Lavanya, Sushma. Very good, very good. See, try to give response. It gives us more energetic for me. Okay, if you're giving many responses, I feel that my students are listening, so that many things we can discuss. No one will say dispatch level students, especially this exception and all. No one will have clarity also. If they have clarity also, then no one interested to talk about all these things. Are you able to hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, make a note of this program and then error. Fast. You don't have time, make it fast. Already we reached to the time. Just I will spend another five minutes. Okay, completed. Completed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, types of exceptions, students. Basically, we have two categories of exceptions. One is going to be built-in exceptions, which is already available as a part of C library, so not Java library. In C and C++, we don't have this privilege. We don't have this privilege, right? We have a privilege of creating user-defined exception, but we don't have this built-in exception privilege. Sometimes the program is going to be terminated abnormally without providing any information. So again, we are coming back to the program. We are seeing whether any problem is there. Right? You face this issues in data structures. Sometimes what you are done in data structures is that you are assigning null to the object, and you are going to print that value. Temp is already contains null, and you are going to print temp arrow data. In that case, the program is going to be terminated abnormally without giving any information. When you are executing it, it is what terminated. How many of you face this issue? Output proper ga raadu, execute cheyagane terminate ayipotundi program. Anyone of you observed this kind of problems in your code blocks?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So such problems are there in C and C++, but in Java, such type of problems are not there. Such type of problems was not there. If you are accessing, if you want to print the temp arrow data in Java, JVM gives an appropriate message that we are not in a position to use that. Like some message it gives. Such things was not there in C and C++. C and C++. That means very simple. The C and C++ doesn't have a predefined Java exceptions. Predefined Java exceptions or built-in exceptions was not there in C and C++. But in your Java, we have what a huge built-in exceptions are available in Java. Huge built-in exceptions are available in Java. So built-in exceptions which are already available in Java, and these exceptions are suitable to explain certain error situations. Okay. Now, next thing is user-defined exceptions. User-defined exception means, suppose I would like to make some exceptions, especially in banking applications. Some new thing came into the picture, or some new offer came into the picture, or something, some promotion they will be doing, and in the bottom they will be giving some conditions. That means it will be applicable only for limited customers. So if the customer who is not eligible for that offer, if he is going to claim that particular offer, then some exception or some problem has to be raised. And such kind of things can be handled with the help of user-defined exception. User-defined exception. Okay. So again, I will be giving you clarity on user-defined exception. So built-in exceptions. Java library has huge built-in exceptions. So we'll be having a look on that built-in exceptions, and then we'll be leaving this session. So give me another 3 minutes of your time. That's it. Stay on the meeting, students. Too few students are leaving. It came to 46. I don't like this. I'm not taking much time. Yes. We'll be going with the lang package. Lang package. Under this lang package, see exception, you see exception summary they given: arithmetic exception, array index out of bound exception, array store exception, class cast exception, class not found exception, floor not supported exception, enum constant exception, exception, illegal access exception, illegal argument exception, illegal monitor exception, no such method exception, no such field exception, negative array size exception, interrupted exception, instantiation exception, index out of bound exception. Like different types of exceptions are available here. Different types of exceptions are available over here. And error summary. So these are all error things. Okay, error means it's also part of exception. Okay, so these are all what exception related classes which we have in java.lang package. Which we have in java.lang package. Okay, what in interfaces? Okay, fine. Yeah. So this is what exception summary. Exception summary. I will be giving you some clear picture on this with one diagram. Okay. So this is what exception. Now, let's see something here. What's the definition of exception is speaking about? The exception is something, an abnormal, unwanted event that occurs at the runtime. Okay. So we can also define exception in some other way, that exceptions are the conditions that occurs at runtime and may cause the termination of the program. So you can also define this exception another way. Exceptions are the conditions or the problems that occurs at runtime and cause the termination of the program, but they are recoverable using exception handling mechanism. That means that can be handled by using what? Exception handling mechanism. Basically, we have three types of exceptions. One is going to be checked exception, unchecked exception, error exception. In built-in exceptions, I'm talking about, students here. I'm not talking about the category like built-in and user. In built-in exception, I started built-in exception. In that built-in exception, we have checked exceptions, unchecked exceptions, and then error exceptions. Mainly, we have checked and unchecked. Here, error is considered as unchecked. This error, it comes under unchecked part. Okay, right. So this was a diagram that we have. So object throwable exception and all. Okay. So next class, many things are there to discuss. Next class, we'll be discussing about all these things clearly. Okay. Any doubts if you have, you can ask. Otherwise, you can use this. Do you have CRT class today?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
సార్
Yeah, go ahead, Sridhar.
బఫర్డ్ రీడర్ లో మనం ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ వస్తాయని చెప్పారు కదా సార్. అంటే నెంబర్స్ ఇన్పుట్ ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు మధ్యలో ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఎర్రర్ అని.
Number format exception.
ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సెప్షన్ సార్ అది?
అది రన్ టైం కిల్లోకే వస్తుంది శ్రీధర్.
అంటే
చెక్డ్ అన్చెక్డ్ లో అంటున్నావా?
అవును సార్.
అన్చెక్డ్ లోకి వస్తుంది.
ఓకే సార్.
నేను క్లారిటీ ఇస్తాను మీకు, చెక్డ్ అన్చెక్డ్ మీద క్లారిటీ ఇస్తాను. ఇదేందో ఎంత క్లారిటీ వచ్చినా కొంత కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంటుంది, బట్ ఈ చెక్డ్ ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ అన్ని ఎలా వస్తాయి అన్నది ఒక సింగిల్ లాజిక్ బేస్ మీద గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవచ్చు. అన్చెక్డ్ ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ ఎలా వస్తాయి అనేది ఒక సింగిల్ లాజిక్ మీద బేస్ చేసుకొని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవచ్చు. టుమారో ఐ విల్ బి గివింగ్ యూ క్లారిటీ అబౌట్ దట్.
ఓకే సార్.
Right. So try to rectify it, Srija. If you have such type of problems, try to rectify it as early as possible, because today from this onwards, every time I will be asking some randomly some students, because I am having doubt whether students are listening or not. So now onwards, I will be asking you, try to rectify those things as early as possible. Okay, so you can leave. And 31 555 513, you people are not listening up.